eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Wednesday evening to Central New York. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a transition from the bright, balmy, beautiful weather that we've had to a cooler and more of a stormy pattern as well. That includes tomorrow, so let's get right to it. Right now in downtown Utica, it is fairly quiet, but that's going to change tomorrow afternoon. Current temperature 63 degrees, winds out of the east-southeast at 5 miles an hour, and that's going to keep the temperature up somewhat during the overnight hours. What is not going to come up, at least not much, is the dew point, 52 out there right now. It may come up a little bit during the day tomorrow. That's because we've got some unsettled weather over the next 72 hours, mainly tomorrow and again on Saturday. But as we go through Friday, it'll be, yes, gusty, but otherwise bright. So conditions will be changeable, and we'll also see some cooler temperatures for at least the first half of next week. I'll get to the 7-day coming up in just a moment. Other numbers from around the region, most of us in the valley, the thruway corridor, into the lower and middle 60s. But surrounding that, we've got some middle and upper 50s, both to the north and down toward the south. Hamilton 54, Old Forge 58 at the present time. Greene still, however, is at 60. The average high for this time of year, in case you're wondering, is 78 degrees, and that's what I'm expecting during the day tomorrow. Friday, we won't be far from it because the cold front still technically has to clear the area. But you'll notice that for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, only middle to maybe upper 60s, and then the lower to middle 70s don't return until next week, and even then, it's still below average. We were a couple of degrees above average for today. The high was 81, the normal, as I mentioned, 78. Still a little bit below average in that low temperature department, 51 compared to 57, and obviously not anything record-breaking. The radar dry, free and clear of precipitation, and the reason why is because we have high pressure located to our southeast. But you'll notice back toward the west, we've got some showers and storms. The culprit for that is this prefrontal trough, and then not far to the west of that is the cold front itself. And then back toward Winnipeg, we have high pressure, and that's going to return to our area as we head through Friday. So high pressure will still be in control through the first half of tomorrow. It's mainly between 1 and 10 p.m. that we could see some showers and even an isolated stronger thunderstorm in there or two. I'll talk about the main threats with those coming up in just a second. And then as we go through Friday, we'll see southwesterly winds returning and brief high pressure returning as well. Damaging winds, large hail, low tornado threat, obviously thunder and lightning as well as some heavy rain can't be ruled out tomorrow. Lows tonight between 55 and 60. Highs tomorrow between 75 and 80. Maybe a couple of areas do get a little bit warmer than that. And obviously the higher elevations will be a bit cooler. We won't be far from it as we head through Friday, although there still could be wind gusts 25 to 30 miles an hour under mostly sunny skies. A reinforcing shot of cooler air comes through on Saturday with highs only between 60 and 65. A lot of clouds and some showers. And then it does turn brighter Sunday through Wednesday, but it's also cooler, at least for the second half of the weekend and the start of next week. Thomas, I'll send things back to you for now.
Thank you, Jordan.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Wednesday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking the transition from bright, balmy, beautiful weather to more of a cooler and kind of stormy pattern out there too. So right now it's fairly calm, 59 degrees, winds out of the south-southeast at 6 miles an hour, and that's going to keep the temperature from going much further from where it is right now. Same for the dew point, 52. Dew point will come up a little bit during the day tomorrow, but other than that, it won't go much of anywhere. So we'll see unsettled weather over the next 72 hours, mainly tomorrow, and then another reinforcing shot of cooler air on Saturday with some showers. So conditions will be changeable over the next couple of days. And Friday will be slightly cooler, but you'll notice the cooler weather over the weekend and into the first half of next week. So temperatures out there right now are into mainly the 50s, but there are a couple of spots into the 60s still. Johnstown at 60, Camden at 61, Boonville 63. And again, not dropping much from where we are right now. So it's actually going to be warmer than it has been over the last several nights. And as far as temperatures where they're going over the next couple of days, the average high for this time of year, 78 degrees. That's where we'll be tomorrow. We won't be far from it as we head through Friday, as the cold front still technically has to cross through the area. But you'll definitely notice the below average temperatures over the weekend and through at least the start of next week. Temperatures compared to where they were this time last night, in many locations 1 to 2 degrees warmer, but again, they won't drop like they did last night. And the radar is certainly looking a lot quieter, but that's going to change as we head through the next 12 to 18 hours, I should say, with the passage of that cold front. The reason why we've been dry is because of this high pressure off the coast of New England, and then we've got this trough making its way through southern Ontario, southeastern Michigan, and that's the culprit for those strong to severe storms that'll head our way tomorrow afternoon. And then the clearing will be as a result of the cold front, and then we've got another area of high pressure out toward the international border region. So overnight tonight, we'll see temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Tomorrow, making our way into the 70s and 80s. The best time frame for the passage of those showers and storms will mainly be between 1 and 10 p.m. And then Friday, we are dry, but we have a southwesterly breeze around 10 to 20 miles an hour, although there could be gusts at times 30, if not greater. Definitely gusts at times greater than that in tomorrow's storms, as well as some small to possibly medium-sized hail and a low tornado threat. But again, the best threat being that heavy rain. There could be as much as 1 to 2 inches in some locations. Temperatures tonight between 55 and 60. Tomorrow between 75 and 80 for most of us. And then not far from that as we head through Friday with a lot of sunshine. There will just be some gusty winds. And then a reinforcing shower of cooler air comes in on Saturday, 60 to 65, thanks to another cold front, a lot of clouds. And then Sunday through Wednesday, we do dry things out with a few clouds, but it's still cool with temperatures rising from the middle and upper 60s into the lower and middle 70s. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan.